What if entire government agencies just disappeared overnight? Well, that's exactly what's happening. President Trump just signed Executive Order 14217 to start eliminating federal agencies he deems unnecessary. Let's break it down. What's getting cut, why, and how it impacts you. Welcome to the Executive Order channel, where we explain presidential executive orders in a simple, nonpartisan way. On February 19, 2025, President Donald Trump signed Executive Order 14217 titled, Commencing the Reduction of the Federal Bureaucracy. Let's review each section of the executive order to understand the details. Section 1. Purpose. Trump starts out by explaining that the policy of his administration is to dramatically reduce the size of the federal government, while increasing its accountability to the American people. So, the order seeks to reduce or eliminate agencies he has determined are unnecessary. He contends that reducing the size of the federal government will minimize government waste and abuse, reduce inflation, and promote American freedom and innovation. Section 2. Reducing the scope of the federal bureaucracy. This section lists several agency names and calls for elimination of all of their components, unless any of them are required by law, and calls for them to reduce the performance of their statutory functions and associated personnel to the minimum presence and function required by law. The agencies this order eliminates are the Presidio Trust, the Inter-American Foundation, the United States African Development Foundation, and the United States Institute of Peace. The head of each of these organizations is required to submit a report to the Director of the Office of Management and Budget within 14 days, by March 5, 2025, confirming compliance and stating whether the governmental entity or any components are statutorily required and to what extent. The order further requires the OMB director and other government leaders to reject funding requests for the eliminated government entities. It revokes the Presidential Memorandum of November 13, 1961, need for greater coordination of regional and field activities of the government. The OPM director is directed to initiate the process to withdraw the regulations and eliminate the federal executive boards and terminate the Presidential Management Fellows Program. This order revokes Executive Order 13318, linked in the description below, and amends the wording of Executive Order 13562 to make their requirements consistent with eliminating these agencies. Finally, this executive order eliminates, with a deadline of March 5, 2025, a number of advisory committees and councils at several agencies. Specifically, the Advisory Committee on Voluntary Foreign Aid is eliminated from the United States Agency for International Development. The Academic Research Council and the Credit Union Advisory Council are terminated from the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection. The Community Bank Advisory Council is eliminated from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The Secretary's Advisory Committee on Long COVID is eliminated from Health and Human Services. The Health Equity Advisory Committee is eliminated from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Also, within 30 days of the date of this order, by March 21, 2025, the Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs, the Assistant to the President for Economic Policy, and the Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy are required to submit proposed additional unnecessary governmental entities and federal advisory committees that should be terminated. Do you think cutting these agencies is smart government reform or too extreme? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember to be kind. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to learn all about presidential executive orders.